Hello everyone, and welcome to another Pyro Gaming video. With the Destiny 2 beta officially launching in just a few days, I thought it would be a cool idea to get your hype level up even more and take a look at all of the confirmed and rumored exotic weapons coming to Destiny 2. Let's go ahead and jump right in with the weapons that are 100% confirmed by Bungie themselves. First up, we have the Dubious Volley Exotic Heavy. The Dubious Volley shoots volleys dubiously, or so it would seem, and we've actually known about this weapon for quite a while. In fact, it showed up first on the Bungie Armory on their actual website all the way back in 2015. It was rumored to be in Destiny 1, but for some reason, never showed up. But now we're going to get it in Destiny 2, and personally, I can't wait to play with it. It looks very interesting. Let's get to the next exotic. Next up is the Sweet Business Exotic Auto Rifle. It looks really neat because it looks like a Gatling gun, and it's something that we haven't quite seen in Destiny yet. So that being said, I'm pretty excited to get my hands on this and can't wait to try it out. Next up is the Risk Runner Submachine Gun, an exotic that has very similar traits to the Zalo Supercell from Destiny 1. Now, gameplay of this particular weapon does exist, but it only exists on YouTubers' channels that were able to go and get early gameplay footage. And because I'm not a douche, I'm not going to download their videos and put snippets of their videos or their gameplay into my videos. So if you want to see a good video of the Risk Runner, I recommend you go check out Fife's video. Next exotic. Next up, we have the exotic hand cannon known as Sunshot, whose exotic perk is very similar to that of Icebreaker from Destiny 1. Targets killed with Sunshot explode in solar energy. Like I said, very similar to Icebreaker. Now, if you'd like to see some actual gameplay of the Sunshot hand cannon, I recommend you go check out Dado's YouTube channel. He was one of the few YouTubers lucky enough to capture some early gameplay footage of this weapon. Moving on. Next up, we have the PlayStation 4 exclusive sniper known as the Borealis. The Borealis can switch between all three elemental types at will. It's not yet 100% known exactly what at will means, but nonetheless, this looks like a pretty badass sniper, and I hope it's a decent archetype because I can't wait to use it. Moving on to our next exotic. Cold Heart Fusion Rifle, which was debuted at E3 via this life-size model that was presented from a member of the Bungie team to the Big Show himself. Unfortunately, as of right now, gameplay of this particular weapon does not exist, at least to my knowledge, but nonetheless, if it's Big Show worthy, it's Pyro worthy. I want it. Next up, we have what appears to be an exotic sidearm. Now, unfortunately, I could not find any gameplay of this, but the only reason that I know it exists is because at E3, Bungie had a real-life size model of this particular weapon on display. Now, they wouldn't do that if it wasn't a real weapon that was going to be in-game, and I don't think that they would do that for a legendary sidearm. Plus, looking at this thing, it looks very exotic in the amount of detail that is on the side of it. So, there you go, exotic sidearm that I don't know what it's called or any of that stuff. But yeah, it's there. So carrying on the theme with weapons that look exotic, but maybe aren't, but probably are, is this exotic looking sword that maybe might not be, but still looks like it is, because it has a very high attention to detail. So looking at this thing, we see that it does have a serrated back and maybe does void damage, given by the little void color down there by the handle or whatever. And it looks exotic. It looks like Dark Drinker, but serrated. And yeah, moving on to the next one. Next up, we have a grenade launcher that, I mean, it has to be exotic. Just look at it. You don't have that kind of detail on legendaries. Plus, grenade launchers are going to be a new thing in the heavy slot in Destiny 2, so, I mean, there might be a legendary one or two, but I feel like most of them are going to be exotic, because it seems like it's going to be a rare thing, because it does a lot of damage, and fuck you, I don't need to justify myself. It's an exotic. It's an exotic grenade launcher. And speaking of exotic grenade launchers, here's another one. No idea what it's called, but here it is. You can get a good look at it. It's probably exotic. And yeah, let's move on. So next up we have this thing, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I have no idea what this is. There is a very, very short video of this thing in use in one of the trailers, and I mean, just based on how it reloads and how it looks, I'm going to say it's an exotic, and I'm going to say that it's a heavy, and I feel like I'm justified in saying that. But as far as what it is, like, I don't even know if it's like a rocket launcher or if it's some kind of weird grenade launcher. I don't know, but it's an exotic, and that's what this video is about. So moving on to our next exotic, we have another grenade launcher. Now this is going to fall into that same category of, I'm like 99% sure that it's an exotic, but there's the off chance that maybe it's like a raid legendary or something like that. But just looking at this thing and looking at the very short, like 1.5 second clip of this thing in action, it definitely seems like it's going to be an exotic that fits into your heavy slot, so that's that one. And that is going to do it for this list, guys. I have spent literally the last 3 hours working on this video, pouring through footage, trying to find as many exotics as I can, and I'm pretty sure that there's going to be at least a small handful that I missed. So drop a comment in the box down below and let me know if there are any exotics that you have spotted that I did not include in this video. And if you could, please drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, because like I said, I have spent the past 3 hours working on this thing, and I am about ready to slam my head into a wall because I've watched the same trailers and game footage over and over and over, and yeah. So that's going to bring this video to an end, guys. If you enjoyed it, click like. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, I fucking love you. Thank you for watching, and take care.